Parents charged for beating child at school. Gunman killed by police in Westmoreland. Police gunned down in Manchester, while the disciplinary hearing involving two-time national champion Tyquendo Tracey has been adjourned indefinitely. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Foreign Affairs Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith has lauded the executive action of United States President Joe Biden to give legal protection to the undocumented spouses of U.S. citizens. The policy will apply to those who have been in the country for at least 10 years, are married as of June 17, and will allow them to work in the U.S. legally. Addressing Wednesday's post-cabinet meeting briefing from the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference in St. James, Mrs. Johnson-Smith said many Jamaicans could benefit from the initiative. Under the current law, a person who enters the U.S. illegally and marries a citizen must first leave the country before applying for legal residency. The Diaspora Conference was closed yesterday. The St. Catherine mother of a 7-year-old boy has been charged with aiding and abetting child abuse. She's been accused of failing to report the beating of her child by her husband, who is a pastor. She was charged on Wednesday and was granted station bail in the sum of $100,000. And the mother is to go to court on July 5th, the same day as her husband, whose bail was on Tuesday extended in the St. Catherine Parish Court. Investigators had reported that the husband went to the school of his stepson and physically assaulted him. And following an investigation, he was arrested and charged, which subsequently led to his wife being charged as well. And times have surely changed. When I was growing up, my mother told my teacher, just spare the eye. You could get beaten from Sunday to Sunday. The St. Catherine North Police on Wednesday seized an illegal gun and detained 5 men during a major operation in the community of Fraser's Content. Superintendent Hopton Nicholson, commanding officer for the division, said during the operation while searching for persons of interest, the team recovered a 9mm Glock pistol with a magazine and 18 live 9mm rounds. 5 persons were taken into custody and the St. Catherine North CIB is conducting investigations at this time, he said. Shadow spokesperson on health Dr. Alfred Dawes said that the government must tell the country how it has spent millions of dollars in donations by the European Union and other agencies to assist the struggling health sector. Dr. Dawes made the demand while speaking at a People's National Party press conference yesterday. He said the European Union gave money then and the European Union gave money again during COVID along with other Jamaican entities and individuals, and we are still left in a situation where there is a dire shortage of intensive care unit beds and high dependency unit beds for adults and newborns. The PNP spokesman for health was speaking about the background of recent incidents in the health sector, including the death of a newborn which has been blamed on the unavailability of a ventilator at Mapen Hospital in Clarendon and staff shortage at the nearby Mandeville Regional Hospital in Manchester. In another incident, the family of a woman has complained that negligence led to her death at Falmouth Hospital in Trelawney. That one I saw on social media, which paints a bad light on the country. And also don't forget about the Shaggy saga, where Shaggy did a big show collecting a whole lot of money, and fearing that this money is going to go missing by the government ministers, he did not hand it over, so that money is still in a bank account in Jamaica. The main suspect in Tuesday's deadly attack in Williamsfield, Westmoreland, which left a man and his wife dead, was fatally shot by the police on Wednesday afternoon. The suspect was shot dead during a reported shootout in Bluefields in the parish, and he has been identified as Stephen Robinson, otherwise called Sean Storm. The police had launched a search for him in connection with the murder of 56-year-old Marlene Daly Hall and her husband Kirk Hall, who were both higglers at Content District in Williamsfield. The couple was fatally shot and their house was set ablaze. Their child remains was later found among the rubble of the dwelling following cooling down operations by firefighters. Meanwhile, a police constable on interdiction was gunned down on Tuesday night in Breezy Hill Comfort District in Manchester. He has been identified as Mario Thomas, also known as Matt. He was assigned to a team in Kingston. And it's reported that about 10:44, Constable Thomas was among several customers at a bar in Breezy Hill when a man entered dressed in a black pullover. The policeman ran from the bar and was pursued by the man in the direction of Weber's district. Then several explosions were heard. The police were called and found 3 spent casings along the road in front of the bar. 1 bullet hole was also observed in a vehicle belonging to Constable Thomas. The area was searched, but the policeman's body was not seen. A resident of the area stumbled upon his body about 6 o'clock on Wednesday morning. Constable Thomas' distraught mother, Delarisina Stevens, said her son has been under investigations in relation to a shooting in Poros. Miss Stevens said there has been several attempts on his life since he opened a bar. She said this is the third time they attempted to kill him, and Indicom has left him unarmed so he could not defend himself when they took away his gun. Constable Thomas was indicted by Indicom for a shooting at a bar in 2022 and his firearms license was revoked. Indicom received reports that Thomas was off duty when he noticed that a man identified as Ivanhoe Stewart, who was a customer at the bar, he noticed a firearm in Stewart's hand. A reported tussle ensued when the officer stated that he attempted to disarm the man. The officer subsequently shot at the man using the seized firearm. The man died to his injuries that he sustained, and the firearm allegedly seized from the incident was a black Taurus G2 with serial numbers. On to sports, the disciplinary hearing involving two-time national champion Tyquendo Tracey has been adjourned indefinitely. Attorneys representing the sprinter had been waiting to receive a statement which was to have been sent on Monday prior to a scheduled June 25th disciplinary hearing. However, the attorneys received a letter yesterday that read in part that the chairman of the Jamaica Athletics Administrative Association's disciplinary committee has further reviewed the complaint against him and decided that the matter be adjourned sine die. In connection with his open criticism of Jamaica's 4x100 meters relay team selection for the World Championship in Budapest last year, Tracey was accused of two violations of the J3A's long-standing disciplinary committee because he spoke out against the selection of the team. On to cricket, having not lost to Sri Lanka in a one-day international since 2015, the West Indies women have now lost two in a row as they went down by 5 wickets in the second match of their three-game series in Hambantota on Tuesday. The West Indies women, who played without regular captain Hayley Matthews, were first bowled out for just 92 in 31 overs. Jamaica's Rashada Williams top scored with 24, while Alea Alien and Afi Fletcher made 16 runs each. Former captain Stephanie Taylor was dismissed for only 1 run. And in reply, Sri Lanka women posted 93 for 5 in 21.1 overs to achieve victory. Vishme Garanti top scored with an even 50, while Krishma Ramharok took 2 for 29 for the West Indies women. The third and final one-day will be played today, also in Hambantota. And don't forget, the best news and sports takes place on this station. If you ever miss the news, please go to YouTube, type in Jamerican Undiluted, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. That's news and sports on your favorite radio. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.